Hello and welcome to another episode of Fanboy Talks. As always, my name is Vaughn Hyde. This is the show all about fucking gaming news and shit that is going on in video games, I guess. Stuff like that. Yeah. So for today's big news, everybody's looking for it. I've got an article over on Kotaku. It's written by Jason Schreier. It is everything we know about Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So Treyarch, during like a press event or just an event, came out and gave us a solid release date, which is October 12th. It's coming out on PC, Xbox One, PC specifically on Battle.net, Xbox One, and PS4. And we got 3, maybe 4 videos, if you count the seemingly 2 for the zombies mode, that show you all about this game. And what really, I mean, I'm kind of irked about it. I'm kind of annoyed because the big thing that sets each one of these new Call of Duty iterations apart for me is their campaign or the tweaks they really do to their multiplayer or the era that it's in. And while watching the multiplayer one, I was like, man, this looks freakishly like Black Ops 3. Like it includes several of the same characters. It looks like they're taking somewhat of like an Overwatch or a Rainbow Six Siege, kind of like a hero shooter-esque take on it, similar to how they did Black Ops 3, where you did choose a hero and you leveled them up and all sorts of stuff. You got specific loadouts for them, so it's not surprising. It seems like very much of a continuation of Black Ops 3 into Black Ops 4, which makes sense because it's literally Black Ops 4. What doesn't make a whole lot of sense is, while reading through this article, there are a couple of things that I thought were weird, and this has nothing to do with the actual news of it. It specifically has to do with parts of this article. So Jason Schreier, I love his book Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, but in a part of this article, he talks about how there's no more wall running or use of jetpacks like in Infinite Warfare that people just hated. And literally in a part of it, a guy seemingly uses a jetpack to slide further than humanly possible on the ground. And I'm like, and they have grappling hooks. So it's essentially the same thing, but it's a grappling hook. And it's maybe just one character has this grappling hook. It seemed like it might be. They're still changing up the motion of this. It's just like having the jetpacks or the wall running. It's just slightly different, which, since this is continuation on Black Ops 3, and it seems to have a lot of the same characters, you would think it would still have the jetpacks and fucking wall running. It would just make sense. And that's just, I mean, chronologically in order, let's say this multiplayer exists before Black Ops 3's, before that technology was created, but I'm assuming it doesn't. But there's some cool stuff to talk about. Their Battle Royale mode is Blackout. I love the trailer for this because it's basically just like Treyarch and like Activision sucking Call of Duty's dick for like a solid 5 minutes. They're like, oh, with Call of Duty's amazing gameplay, we're bringing a whole new... They basically say they're bringing something new to Battle Royale and then literally don't elaborate at all. It's the most vague and the most self-absorbed trailer I've ever seen, and it's hilarious because they basically just spend the entire 3 to 5 minutes talking about how awesome they are, and then they're like, yeah, and there's Battle Royale. We like those games. You guys like those games. No, elaborate a little bit. Don't just announce it. And I love that I've seen several articles that are out and it's like, oh, Call of Duty is gonna have a Battle Royale mode. And it's like, no fucking shit. They literally said in a press release like a month ago that they were gonna have a Battle Royale mode. Like, I'm an amateur games journalist at that, and I even knew that. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was just the fact that they finally confirmed it, which literally it was their press release. So like Treyarch and or Activision put out a press release saying when they cut the campaign, they said they were going to put in a Battle Royale mode. So that was all the confirmation you needed. It was going to have one. We're just going to see what happens with this Battle Royale mode. I am little to not excited at all for this Call of Duty. Some of it seems really interesting. It's going to be the first, like, I guess maybe the first AAA like stint into the Battle Royale genre, but cool. I mean, not really. Epic made Fortnite, and Fortnite's awesome. I understand that Activision can put a shitload of money into Call of Duty's Battle Royale, and apparently this is going to be the biggest map they've ever made, but got some news for you. The maps you've made aren't that fucking big. They're meant for 20 people, not 100. So, shocker, it's larger. Cool. I don't care. And their zombie mode, zombies mode, looks really interesting. It's basically just like kind of a mystical take on it. Of course, there's some sketchy ass bald dude doing magic, and somehow the people are shielded from this magic that turns people into zombies and turns crowds of people into fucking fleshy chests and shit like that. It's an odd trailer, but it seems really interesting. But I don't care. My friends are excited about this, and I will more than likely, like, actually no, I can't even say I'll buy it just to play with them. I probably won't buy it unless this battle royale mode like blows people out of the fucking water, but I doubt it will. The lack of the campaign makes me just have zero interest in this game. As always with all these Fanboy Talks episodes, all of the stories that I talk about are going to be linked down in the description below if you guys want to check them out. Our next news story is over on IGN. It's written by Shabana Arif. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. And it's an update. EA confirms Battlefield V or 5 title ahead of full reveal. So the full reveal, I believe, is coming on May 23rd in a live release, but they have confirmed a lot of stuff. It's going to be called Battlefield 5. It's going to have a campaign. Among other things in this article, it talks about how there definitely is a possibility that Battlefield is going to have a Battle Royale mode, which really wouldn't shock me that much. I mean, Battlefield at this point is, like, if I had to choose between Call of Duty and Battlefield before, I was going to choose Battlefield, but the fact that this actually has a single-player campaign makes me want it because it's, like, literally its own game then. The difference between every Call of Duty, like, I could go buy Black Ops 3, or I could buy Black Ops 4. The only difference is a Battle Royale mode for me, essentially. So I could just go pay $20 for Black Ops 3 or however much it is at the moment. I love that in this article, they take a quick shot at Call of Duty and they're like, oh yeah, and it's going to have a single player campaign, which Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has dropped. And I just love that. I was like, way to do that. That was pretty exciting. Not much to say about this one here. It's basically just the announcement of this live reveal that's going to be happening on May 23rd. That is about a week from this posting, I believe, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. But overall, I'm excited for this new Battlefield. I would be really excited if they put a Battle Royale mode in it because I love Battlefield altogether. Their maps are fantastic and massive anyway, so Call of Duty's like big dick swinging around talking about how this is the biggest map they've ever made. Fucking Battlefield comes out and says this is the biggest map they've ever made. That I'll be surprised then. I'll be like, oh shit, that's gonna be a big map. It's not gonna be literally like 5 crates tucked together. Cool. Great job. You made a slightly larger map. Fucking Treyarch and Call of Duty. God. Not excited for this game at all. Not excited for it at all. Not excited for all the... I mean, I will tell you right now, if you guys like Call of Duty, more power to you. It's just... this one is not my deal. I honestly wish this franchise would just fucking go down in flames so that these great developers that are working on these Call of Duty games could just make a different game. Like Sledgehammer, Treyarch, all of these great developers. I just wish they could do something else. I just don't want them to have to make Call of Duty for the rest of their lives. That's all I'm saying. So let's get into some more lighthearted news that I'm not going to get annoyed about over on IGN. This story is written by Jordan Oleman. Okami HD gets a Nintendo Switch release date. I'm excited about this because they actually show that the touch controls for the paintbrush, you can actually use the touch screen on it, which looks awesome. I'll be really excited about that. Plus, it's coming out on August 9th. My birthday is August 24th, so, I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. It's just cool that it comes out in the same month, I guess. I don't know how to feel about that, but I'm excited for this. I bought Okami HD on the PS4, and it's possible I might buy it on the Nintendo Switch, especially if I see a physical release, a sweet cartridge with a new case. That'll be really dope. Maybe a little pin, you know, a little keychain with Okami, a little chibi Okami. That'd be super cool. It's probably not going to happen. They didn't put it in the HD release on PS4, so they probably won't do it on Nintendo Switch, but I'm excited for this. The touch controls on the Nintendo Switch are perfect for the paintbrush, so I'm excited to see what happens on this one. So this week is kind of like a week of bad news for me, I guess. Several games are getting delayed, which we'll talk about in just a second, but also over on IGN, we have another article that's written by Brian Barnett, and it's that Sony is going to stop producing physical Vita cartridges. I I love the Vita and I love the little cases they come in, and I'm a big physical media advocate, and I'm so kind of depressed about this. They're going to stop producing them at the end of the fiscal year 2018, which ends March 31st, 2019. I'm just not happy about this at all, especially because that means it's going to jack up the prices of existing Vita cartridges. So me trying to buy Persona 4 Golden again, it's not going to happen. I mean, this is going to jack up the prices of basically everything. They are going to continue digital releases for any games that come on the Vita, so that's pretty sweet, but I'm all about that physical stuff. I want it on my shelf, and now finding it, let alone being able to actually buy it, is going to be outrageous. And I'm not excited to see how this affects limited run games. I love their service and what they do. If you guys don't know, they essentially just make physical versions of games that didn't have physical versions. I've got my Flint Hook on there. That's really awesome. They have all sorts of sweet games that they put in physical versions, and I'm really not excited to see how this affects their business. I hope it just really doesn't affect it at all. I guess they're going to be taking like more orders for cartridges until the end of this fiscal year, but I'm just really not excited to see how all of this ends up for limited run games and companies like them that basically make a living off of making physical media out of digital, because it seems like we're moving closer and closer to just a digital age, which I'm super not excited about. Next up, we're over on IGN again. This one, once again, by Sabana Arif. That's kind of interesting. Did not know that. Did not notice that. This one is that Metro Exodus has been delayed to 2019, and it's possible that Darksiders 3 and Biomutant may be delayed as well. They're still under evaluation. I'm not glad that this happened at all, because I was looking forward to Metro Exodus, even though they released that gameplay trailer that was kind of not at all like their vertical slice. It looked completely different, and that kind of annoyed me, but I was still interested in this game, and Biomutant looked really, really awesome, and I was excited about that too. And Darksiders 3, a lot of people are excited about. I mean, there's just so many amazing games that are being put out, and now they're being delayed. And that's just kind of depressing. Basically, all of the news stories today are either about delays or reveals, and that's kind of odd to me. At least we're getting Okami Nintendo Switch cartridges first, and then the delay of Metro Exodus, possibly Biomutant and Darksiders 3. This just isn't my week. Yeah. I guess not. And for our last story of today, we're heading over to Game Informer. It's action RPG Indivisible delayed to 2019. This is written by Suriel Vasquez. I don't think I said that right either, but this is just a super depressing week. Indivisible looks really, really awesome. I honestly hadn't known about it until I found out it was delayed, and now I'm kind of depressed because of the artwork I've seen for it. But it seems like the team delayed it. They said in a blog post because of they did not know how much work they were taking on. Just the art assets alone were just a ridiculous amount of work when they promised this game back in 2015. I hope to see this come out in 2019, and we're not going to see another delay further into possibly 2020. There are a lot of games that have been delayed to 2019, and I don't know if they're going to be safe from a delay into 2020. I'm excited for all the games that are coming out this year, but I really wish that we would have gotten all that we were promised. Tell me what you guys think about all these stories today down in the comments. I'm sorry that this is kind of a fast video and stuff like that. I didn't grab all the news stories I wanted to, or I grabbed the majority of them. I just put this together real quick because my girlfriend's making dinner right now. So if you guys like this video, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below letting me know how I did and anything else. Click the like button if you liked it. Click the dislike button if you don't. And please put in the comments down below just some constructive criticism on how I can do better. If you guys would like to talk to me outside of the show, you can follow me at Hyde Legion on Twitter. But yeah, that's about it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day.